Mr. Worldwide is here. Mr. 305. Hope you're doing alright, Liz. So, welcome to another fantastic Frankie Friday. I am Frank, Cuban Sherpa with the Rapscallion Brigade. Um, this is actually the final stream for our week-long giveaway. Um, so, this is your last chance to accumulate a shitload of coins and put them in for a drawing for one of 6 prizes. I know we have 5 games, which I always remember. I always forget the 5th one, but I know we have Cube, we have Hacknut, we have The Bard's Tale, we have Orwell, and we have the mystery game that I just never remember. And then our 6 prizes, of course, that you too can be the proud owner of a fan appreciation night and select any streamer to stream any game on one night. You can be very nice and you can have us stream something cool, or you could be like Liz and torture us for a couple of hours with the Fellowship of the Ring. So we are going to be trying to trudge our way through some more Tomb Raider today. Oh shit, what have I done? Alright. Let me know if the stream goes alright. I should have checked like my up rates like right before I started, and I saw it was kind of in the red. So I certainly I'm hoping that it streams alright. I had to bring the bitrate down a bit, but it's not like this should be a terribly demanding game graphically. Hope everyone is having a... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Jesus Christ. Alright. Maybe heal before I go in there. Hope people are having a good Friday so far. Oh wait, I'm actually not as hurt as I thought. I just kind of fucked up and I missed that little ramp that's here. Yeah, that ramp. Oh, as long as they never run at me, I can... Oh, no, never mind. Damn it. This is like really loud in my headphones. Let me bring this down a bit. And I'll bring it up here. Actually had the day off today. My wife is in Jersey celebrating her grandma's 90th birthday. And at first I was kind of debating whether to go or not, and my god, I'm about to die again. Am I raiding all the tombs? I am hoping to raid all the tombs, but right now I'm just getting my ass kicked by mummies. And howdy, Ben. Isn't there like a sidestep? I know there was like a little sidle. Alright. My original intentions of the day were I was gonna try to be, productive and do all sorts of responsible adult shit. Um, my wife's car needs the starter replaced, and I managed to drop that off in the garage at least. But this would make it look like there's something important here, but alas. But then when I came home, instead of being productive, primarily what I did was I just binged The Punisher. I was like on episode 6 or something when I started today, 5 or 6, and then just wound up watching all the way through to the end. Which I actually really enjoyed the show. I was having some kind of concerns because I saw some people on social media kind of complaining about it, saying that they ruined the character of the Punisher, and that the show turned into like some kind of social justice thing or whatever. But I don't think I ever really found any kind of hints of that. I mean, he still killed a shitload of people. I don't know if maybe they were talking about like some of the anti-gun rhetoric and gun control stuff that they had, but at the same time, like people on social media complaining, right? 163 bits, thank you, Liz. Surprise golden shower. Aw, and goodbye, Liz. No, not that way. Not that way either. No. Crap. Running start. Who is JRock15? JRock is a friend of mine that I've known for a very long time. And he's actually the one that married my wife and I on the day of our wedding. And he did temporarily dethrone you at one point. He married my wife. I survived, but instead of having to jump all the way back. Frank, you're coming to Florida in just 4 short weeks. Oh man. Going, what, visiting home in Ocala, or are you gonna be anywhere else? What the? Oh, damn it. Always gotta remember that for fine-tuning controls, I always have to use the arrow keys and not the number pad. Getting crunk at a bachelorette party in Ocala. That is pretty awesome. I'm guessing this is not getting crunk at Kendra's bachelorette party, but yet another bachelorette. There needs to be more planning for on Kendra's side. Alright, that jump should be totally makeable. There we go. Yeah, my friend is getting married in May, so we're having her party in April. Awesome. Congratulations to your friend. Hopefully she's not at wit's end with the wedding planning if she's been doing all of that. I know there were a few times that Joss and I were just saying that we should just like elope and be done with it. No, I probably want to have that down. Okay. I've brought it down on 2 ends. You've already got your wedding planned. So does that mean you're just waiting for Ken to engage all of this, all of the activities? Alright, I'm sure I'm about to lead to some knee-breaking goodness. Yeah, alright. Can I do anything up there? No. Not Ken. So what are these awesome wedding plans of yours, if we may ask? It took him a year to ask me to be his girlfriend. Even a homeless person in Chicago knew we were in a relationship before I was. See, but then he was spreading the information around. Maybe not to all pertinent party members, but people were made aware. It's I know my colors are going to be foresty, like dark greens, maroons, navy blues, stones, creams, etc. All right, that sounds nice. I can dig it. Damn it. Hmm. Can I leap off and to the side when I go down that way? I have my maid of honor's dresses picked out. I have 6 maids of honor, no bridesmaids, and a man of honor. Okay. Would that mean that groom would have to have numerous best men as well? Fucking A. Or groom having groomsmen and the best man, all of that is up to him. Alright, fuck it. Guess I'm writing this all the way down. And we will figure out how to climb back up there. Well, this room looks fucking useful. I'm guessing there was probably an item here that I picked up or something. Because this dead panther thing here, dog, indicates I definitely was here before. Ha! So that turned the slope into stairs. Is there anything else up here? My wedding was zero planning. My in-laws wanted to invite like 100 people, so we told them they could invite anyone and plan the whole thing if they paid for it. So they did. Alright. That's not too bad. I think when we did our wedding planning in terms of, related to the guest list, there were people that either side wanted to try to add, and then, we made like a first draft kind of thing, and we were like, all right, let's just throw everybody in here that we could possibly think of. And then, like phase 2, we start ruling people out. And I think we wound up with maybe like a little over 100, like maybe 120 or so. But then you start getting people who start dropping out and stuff like that. So up until like I think even the day of, we were still adding and removing people from the guest list. But we didn't do too bad. I think all in all, we only wound up with like, what the hell did that switch do? I think we only wound up paying for like 3 plates, 3 empty plates, like, plates where people didn't show up, which I think isn't that too bad. My wedding will probably be over 30K. Yeah, I think ours was kind of close to that number. I think it was around like um 2025. It's amazing that year of planning how we were able to save up so much money. Um, I look back at like the checks we wrote and the fact that we came out of that year like debt free. Like I don't know how we pulled it off, but that was pretty amazing. The ring alone is actually around 22K. Good lord. Liz will go big or go home. The shit man, a $22,000 ring, if you can swing it, all the power to you. That must be a hell of a ring. What happens if I slide that way? Will that fix this? Yep. Alright. Before whatever is growling at us kills me. Damn it. Get it together, Laura. Alright. Woohoo! Just heal up here. I think one of the other nice things we had on our wedding was that since we were already living together for a while, um, we kind of just basically got money as our wedding gifts. And then it was just kind of like debating what we were going to do with the funds. Um, whether we were going to put it towards a house or use it towards um, like a honeymoon and stuff. And that's what we wound up doing was we did we backpacked through Europe for like 2 weeks. And we went to Paris, we went to London, We went to Scotland and then finished the trip in Dublin. Dublin is the only one that I feel like I kind of like didn't give the country like a fair shake. Just because we had so little time there, and one of the days was spent almost entirely on the cliffs of Moher, which were like amazing, but it sucked up a whole day basically traveling to the other side of the island to go see them. And like a few little stops along the way, like at a couple little like fishing villages and whatnot, which is kind of cool. I hope I saved. Should have thought about that before I decided to take the leap. Oh, I think I have to go back down that hole. When I go to Cork, that's where your father is from. I think I have some friends that actually went to Cork. Oddly enough, they're big UCF fans, and there was a football game that UCF actually played in Cork. So they flew to Ireland to go watch UCF play in Ireland. And I think they really enjoyed it. I think they enjoyed Cork, if I recall correctly. What is this anti-UCF? What is this UCF hate all of a sudden? Well, I mean, I think one of my friends, well, started going to grad school then and then dropped out, and then one of my friends graduated from there and did her master's there. I don't think there's anything wrong with UCF. My sister-in-law graduated from there, both bachelor's and master's. There's so much wrong with UCF. Oh, do tell. I see a whole lot of complaining, but no details about this UCF hate. I don't want to pull myself up. Okay, yeah, it's too far. Alright, so back down the hole we go. Ah. I didn't have to get fancy with how I was approaching this. Tell us how you really feel, Liz. shift. One more step. Oh, I found a secret. More shotgun shells, which I will never use. I don't even know. Oh, I guess I could just. Yeah, I have the Magnum, I have the shotgun. Okay. Basically, there's a guy who goes there named Brian. He refs soccer. He's a garbage person. We dated in high school, regret that. He fucked two of my best friends at the same time and then raped a girl on campus 6 months later. Okay, well, that is pretty fucked up. I will give you that. I guess we're fucking UCF because he's still employed as a soccer referee. Well, I did not think I was gonna catch that ledge. UCF did nothing, although they had photographic evidence. Basically, his dad paid the school to bury it. Okay. We'll concede that is some shady shite. No! Where did I fall? But that's where I came from. Right? And then I guess I climbed up here. I went around that way, which is a secret. Went that way. Did I pop out on that end? Yeah, right? Yeah, pretty sure I did. Yeah, because then I went around. And that's why you hate UCF and all that it stands for. Yes, okay. I can't hold anything against you about UCF hate there. I mean, Brian also sounds like a massive turd of a dude. But, I mean, bad on UCF for basically condoning that kind of behavior. I really hope I'm supposed to be going down, and that the switch that I need to hit is down here somewhere. What the fuck? Alright. First, let's see what happens with the shotgun. Ah. I didn't even get a chance to use the shotgun. Alright, so if the mummy's are any indication, I do want to be going down at least. So there's that. Frank, are you drinking tonight? Yes, not a whole lot. Certainly not a bottle of wine. Um, I have my last Funky Buddha sweet potato casserole, which is actually really freaking good. And I feel like I say a lot, um, son of a bitch, that this is my last sweet potato casserole beer. Um, but then I have some friends that just, what the fuck, dude? That just decide to surprise me and, bring me like another 4-pack. And, like, who am I to say no to that? These mummies are like very clingy. Fuck, I should have saved. Oh, but I think I dropped the little like preemptively. Sadly, I do kind of have to do a beer run. The last, I think the last like normal size bottle I have is shit. Can't remember the name of it. I know it's like an imperial stout that's got like pumpkin spice shit in it. I wasn't necessarily a big fan, but I had some friends that enjoyed it, so I still have one bottle of that. And after that, I just have like the larger bottles, like of the Game of Thrones stuff. So I really should just get around to drinking finally. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. What I really need myself is some Keo and Curly sangria. Why am I like near death? I didn't know there was a Game of Thrones wine. I'm kind of intrigued. How is that? Son of a bitch, bro. Hell yeah. It was lit. What kind of wine was it? Was it like a red, a white? Game of Thrones sounds like it would probably be a white wine. I'm sorry, a red wine. But you never know. There are different kinds. Okay. I could see Dornish folk drinking some whites. A white Zinfandel, a Merlot, and the other was a red blend. That doesn't sound too bad. The Zin, I might pass on. I'm usually not a big white wine fan. Um, Merlot sounds cool though. Ken drank most of it. He got so smashed during the season finale. Season finale was good, man. I'm just, I think now we have to wait till like 2019 for our final shortened season. Have you tried Angry Orchard Rose? I'm guessing rosé. I have not. The only Angry Orchards I've tried are just, their ciders, which are really freaking tasty. The fuck, man? I'm at a loss. Mm. The rosé is on fleek. Alright, so I went there, had to sidle across. I jumped up there, which was the secret area. I hopped along the top, and the top ends over there. So then I hopped down there, and hopped down there and sidled across. And then sidled across once more, which is where I ended up there. And then I hopped down, beat the shit out of 2 mummies, and now I'm back here. It makes me want to buy a new Michael's Kors purse and start using the word fetch. Fetch is never gonna happen, Liz. That's where I jumped from. Because then I had to turn around, beat the shit out of the mummies. So only way is back up, but and here I was thinking I was making some meaningful progress. What happens if I hit the switch? Does it affect anything on this end? everything still looks exactly the same. Alright, so originally I dropped down there, took the slide, eventually hit a switch, which I think that switch just turned that back on, or turned that into blocks. I was able to hit that switch, turn these in. Guess I gotta keep going up and see if maybe there's anything I missed. There was like... No, I know there were like 2 switches over here, but I think I hit them both. But just in case... So another show I've been kind of binging a whole lot of has been the Golden Girls, which I had never seen before in my life. Which is a huge error on my side, on my part. And I started watching it at some point last year, and had kind of a stream of like rotten luck that happened like midpoint through the year. And I just kind of had said, like, I told Joss, like, when I stopped watching, I was like, you know, the last thing I need is another episode where like Sophia has a heart attack or some shit that's just gonna like, you know, make me like horribly depressed. So I stopped watching the show for a good chunk, and then just recently got into it again. So I finally finished up the first season, and I'm like, I think maybe into like episode 17 or so of season 2. But holy shit, is that show good! You know, some of the jokes don't necessarily stand up anymore, but a lot of them do. And show is like pretty ahead of its time. But it's so good. And those ladies throw massive shade at each other. And as I had flipped that switch, I hit this and opened the door, which was that door that I came through earlier. Shoot me right here, and then if I were to take that back down, that'd take me all the way back to the bottom. So how do I bring that final bridge down? I mean, I would assume that all signs point towards that, you know, that last room. The only thing here was the switch, which turned this ramp into the blocky ramp, so I can actually get back up. There we go. I can climb stairs with one hand and drink beer with another. No. How far back was this save? Oh, not too bad. Now you just gotta climb back down these stairs. Worth a shot. Granted, I don't think there's a switch up there. That's just like a health pack that's clipping through. Alright. I'm totally gonna just kind of cheapen this here. Unless someone has any kind of suggestions on where to go, I'm gonna just have to be cheap. Obelisk of Kamun. I got nothing. Yeah, man. This is actually Tomb Raider anniversary. I need shitty Tomb Raider Obelisk of Kamun. Good thing is, this is level 10 or level 11, which means you know, even though it's taking me like an hour for every single one of these levels, um, I am somewhat nearing the end of this game. I think there's 15 levels. This level might be on par with Fellowship of the Ring as probably being one of the games I hate the most. But recently something was announced that the original Tomb Raider games, like I think 1, 2, 3, um, I'm not sure if there are any other ones that they're planning to do it with, but they're planning to remaster them, the Crystal Dynamic ones, um, and basically anyone that has them on Steam, like the DOSBox versions, like what this is, would basically be getting free remasters. So I guess there might be hope that there's a possibility I could try streaming Tomb Raider 2 or something, um, sometime in the future. But this first one doesn't give me a whole lot of hope for those kind of possibilities. This might be a game that I play off screen and just express hate alone. I already found the video where she's sidling and making her way towards the bottom. So down that way. What? Alright, I think... Ah, son of a bitch. Alright, there's a jump that I totally missed. Pa arriba otra vez. Back to the top we go. Got a few shimmies we gotta do. So basically that last ledge that you that Lara stands on, which I jumped down to get to the mummies, shouldn't have just jumped down. There was another ledge right that I could have like jumped, you know, right across towards, that I just kind of missed. I'm gonna try to get a little fancy here and see if it works. Drop down. Yeah, alright. That saves me a little time. A little more of a shimmy. I think this is the last one. I think this is the ledge I gotta be on here. Yeah, and right there. All nice and blended in. Boom. No! Fuck. Oh. At least my knees didn't buckle this time. And I'm hoping that door that opened is down there and gives me just straight access to let's take the shotgun shells. Hopefully find a place where I can surface for air. Oh, holy shit. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. That. There's just like all sorts of shit here. I think the Magnum worked really well with it. Alright. More bullets. Hear that sound, man. You just gotta save right away. That was awesome. Just accidentally jumping up there. Hop down that way. Is there anything on top of this mound? Ah, saw something there. Yeah, large medikit. And I believe we head out this way. Alright. So there is a tower around here. Ha, tower. Which is where all these little stones go into. Circular one. No. Okay, so not the seal of Anubis. Scarab? Yep, scarab goes in there. Shit, guys, I think we might have finished the level. That looks like the Eye of Horus. The Ankh. The Badanka Ankh. And, oh, ram into the wall there momentarily. And the seal of Anubis. And save just in case, because who knows what terrors lie on the other side of this door. An hour and 40 minutes, Jesus. I mean, I know not all of that one was today, but no, it's still rough. So, we are now on level 12. This is Sanctuary of the Scion. Let's see how rough this one's going to be. It'd be fantastic if I can manage to get another win here. I spent a lot more time on that level than I thought I would, considering I kind of felt like, you know, we were kind of close to the end. We kind of were, right? We only had 2 bridges that we had to bring down. And that first one wasn't too bad. I just spent a lot more time on that second one than I would have liked. That looks like a scarab. Nothing there. Nothing in that corner. Oh. Oh my God. I guess I'm still just using my regular pistols. I wasn't using the fancy Magnum. That might explain why. This game is old enough to drink. Yeah, right? This is 96, so it's 22? If I math correctly. Laura and her triangular uniboob. You can buy herself a drink if she so desires. Also, howdy, Brian. Hope you're doing alright. Up you go. That's exactly what I was thinking you were about to say. She's a tall glass of water. How do you buy land? Like, just... I mean, you gotta find someone that's selling it, first off. Don't trust eBay land. I know you can buy, like, a square meter or something like that, or a square foot of moon land, but I'm pretty sure that's not legit. But I guess it would also depend on how much land you're looking to buy and where. Shit, man. I guess I'm just going down. The hell, now these things shoot weird shit at you too? You have $300 to spend on land. I mean, I'm sure $300 can get you stuff somewhere. Boonies out here in Florida probably can get you something for 300 bucks. Maybe not a lot. Maybe not fertile soil that you can, like, grow a tiny farm on or something, but I'm sure it can get you something. Hey, the Duchess of Sealand. That sounds very regal. I recently discovered that Amazon has on their Prime Video C-Lab 2021 to watch, which that show was fucking amazing back in the day on Adult Swim. I will need to spend some time watching that. That way, perhaps. That way. I think that way looks like I can climb some ledges. Of course, that's C-Lab and not C-Land, but... yeah. Yeah, I've actually never watched the original cartoon, which I think was also just C Lab, right? Or C Lab 2020 or something. Um, I'm pretty sure I've never seen an episode of the original, but the 2021 is fantastic. Damn it. That era of Adult Swim was really good. Because you had like C Lab, um, Space Ghost Coast to Coast, Aqua Teen started around there. Son of a bitch. I know they had a couple of like their like the animes they started with there too. Like I think Big O and is it Outlaw Star? I want to say it was Outlaw Star. Yeah, yeah, they did do. Damn it, I meant to walk. Yeah, they totally did do serious anime around that time as well. I said I think Big O and I'm pretty sure it was Outlaw Star, but well, I did not mean to do that, but I will take it. Cowboy Bebop. That was the other one I was kind of thinking of. I think they were also doing Samurai Champloo around that time. Outlaw Star was Toonami. Gotcha. I think one of the other things that I never really watched much of Big O or Outlaw Star. One of the things that kind of like turned me on to their existence was I was like really into Escaflowne. Um, just the series though, like the movie was like pure trash. Um, but I have no, it's in the closet. I have like a little figure set that's got Van and the robot. Um, and I remember on the back, on the card back, it had the figures that they had for those two animes. I have not watched Escaflowne in a very, very long time. That should warrant a rewatch in the near future. You remember Escaflowne? Hell yeah, man! That is probably one of my favorite animes. Again, uh, not counting the movie. Oh shit! There was something flapping its little wings at me. Oh, I did not want to fall all the way down. Gundam Seed. Gundam was people probably hate me for it, but I never really got too much into Gundam. Um, the mechs are fucking awesome though, but I don't know, for whatever reason it was just a series I didn't get into much. And it really isn't anything against the animes. I just, sometimes stuff just doesn't jive with you, right? Unfortunately, I watched I think a couple of the movies, and I dug the movies. And another mech one that was kind of cool was Not sure how you would pronounce it, either Pat Labor, Pat Labor. But that was a fun one. What the fuck? I knew those little flappy wings were gonna come. Let's go, motherfucker. Alright. Shotgun is no bueno. I felt super political when I first watched Wing in high school, and then I thought this is something that would age well. But then you go back and Hero Relina's thing is super weird. And Quattro says shit like, now I understand. Hero is the heart of outer space. Karek and Field Streams, I just finished the new Tomb Raider movie. How is the new Tomb Raider movie? Honestly, I've only watched I think, like the very first Angelina Jolie movie. I don't think I've actually ever followed up with any of the other ones. And the first one actually wasn't too bad. I just, for whatever reason, I wound up not catching the other ones. Alright, don't fight that in an enclosed space. That's the lesson to take away here. So let's equip the Magnum. And let's run out into the open. I really loved it. It's getting some hate because Lara is inexperienced like she was in the reboot in 2013. I think if they make a sequel, she'll be more like Lara from the first games. That's not too bad. Doesn't seem like a bad criticism of it. I also think that video game to movie adaptations should I don't know, with the track record that they have, I think there's got to be some leniency there, right? Like I think I don't watch too many of them, but I think Silent Hill wasn't a horrible adaptation. I didn't follow like all because I mean the Resident Evil ones got kind of nuts, just with how many they made, and I think I only watched like the first two or so, but those weren't bad either. I had some kind of success. Best video game movie ever is definitely Final Fantasy Spirits Within. Man, I think from a technological standpoint, Spirits Within was amazing. With the computer graphics it had at the time. Story wise, maybe left a bit to be desired. I remember Advent Children was actually wasn't too bad, but Advent Children is just almost like a continuation of just the story from 7. That was a joke. Hey man, there are people that enjoyed Spirits Within. I thought I kind of liked it for a bit, and then I watched it multiple times. That movie cost Square Enix like over $1 million in stock. Yeah, they lost a shit ton of money. I remember they opened like this massive studio. I think it was like in Hawaii or California, like just dedicated to the movie. And like I think it shuttered basically after the movie because of how badly it bombed. I feel like... Damn it. Yes, maybe I'm supposed to come from another direction. No, I gotta go that way, right? It was nothing like the game. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they made a very amazing technical demo, but you know, like it was basically just a Final Fantasy in name only and nothing else. Oh, and it had Sid. I guess that gives you some Final Fantasy cred or whatever. You plan on playing the old Tomb Raider games? Do you recommend I buy the original or Anniversary? From all accounts that I have read, Anniversary did a very, very good job with updating the game. I have bitched to Kingdom Come about how horrible the controls are in this game. And originally, I didn't think I was going to finish it, and I developed a bit of a Stockholm Syndrome and have decided just to pursue the end. But if you have an option to play this in a better format, then absolutely go and do it, and do not play this. I mean, I guess some people like it, but I would not be chopping at the bit to go and play this again anytime soon. So I thought there was... Oh no, the other door I had seen was in between the Sphinx. And that door probably didn't open. But you would love to play Lord of the Rings again, right? You know, I might actually want to play Lord of the Rings again more than replaying Tomb Raider again. If I could, you know, figure out how to have my hobbits eat on a more consistent basis, at least. And, you know, they weren't fucking stealing my food constantly. They are pretty cheap, so I'm guessing eventually I'll probably play both versions. Yeah, I mean, that's... Originally, I was thinking of working my way streaming the games like from beginning to end in the series. I might not necessarily do that after this, but I've thought about doing that. There was something I had read not too long ago where... I wonder if I just like get really close to the edge here. Where if you own the games on Steam, they are working on remastering at least Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3. And if you own the originals on Steam, then they will give you the updates that they're doing for free. So I might check out Tomb Raider 2 if that's true. Maybe. That game became about food and suicide. Food, suicide, and some cannabis sativa that we could never smoke. That sums up Fellowship of the Ring Part 1. You'd probably buy them on Steam. Yeah, I know there are some other things you could do, like, I was actually trying to, like, tweak the game, but I was trying to do it too late. If I had started from the beginning, maybe it worked out, but you could enable, like, you know, widescreen support for the game, like, you know, messing with the INI files, adding controller support, you know, like whether you had a, you know, next input or something, that could make this game easier than keyboard controls. You had to pack the pipe first. Dude, I tried packing that pipe I don't know how many times, and it was like, oh no, you can't use the old wooden pipe for that. So I don't know what the hell is the point of them giving me like 3 awesome pipes if, you know, you could do nothing with them. But I tried. because at the beginning they give you a pouch that had pipeweed, and I think I could maybe take the pipeweed out of the pouch, but then I could never pack that into the bowl. What do you mean wrong pipe? What did I have? Like, was I carrying the crack pipe and not my little bowl for my pot? Lara Croft looks like she needs some dank weed. I guess it can't get any more dank than Egyptian tombs, though. Right to the edge. I will come back to that ledge in a moment. My favorite thing about this game is the accurate climbing mechanics. I think my favorite thing about this game is her knees giving out every time you like take a jump a little too high. There's just like this such a satisfying crunch once she finally lands. Oh wait, there's a yeah. All right. So just slow walk there. No. Get wrecked. Alright. No, fucking A, man. I guess I gotta do the running start. Alright. I see another switch there. Ugh, you gotta be shitting me, man. It really makes no sense that if I want to do a slow walk, I can hold shift and do the arrow key. But if I use the number pad to run, which is a hell of a lot more comfortable for these controls, then it's just all about running for Lara. What did that even do? I better not have closed the door. There, we'll just find out now. No, we're not going to find out there. save here. And then that way, if the door is indeed closed, we can just come right back and flip the switch again. Come on. Oh. Ha. Alright, so that door is still closed. And the door is closed. Yeah, that's funny. I thought I had climbed a completely different area, but I'm guessing I did, and it just took me just to the exact same spot. Damn, there's something on top of the Sphinx. I wonder if there's an easy way to get there. And if I can hop all the way around that way. Come on. Gratuitous saving. Oh, I thought I had that. Maybe like another pixel's worth on that ledge. Oh, I touched the ledge on that. Come on. That's a massive failure. And give this like maybe a couple more attempts, and it may not be not meant to be if I can't make that jump. But I'm hoping I can, you know, make that hop across if I can maybe get up to the top of that Sphinx. Alright, screw it. No. Oh. I'm not that far, am I? From like a reclimb? Or maybe I am. Maybe I am. The lesson of this game is that you could never save enough times. Before I fuck up this one again. About to reach getting close to a milestone save marker there, and about to hit save number 500. Eventually that door would be nice to open. Ah, look at that. The sign that I'm getting somewhere in this game. So before I go into the belly of the beast, can I climb on this ledge? Of course not. No, yes. And it will let me make that jump. I don't think I'm too far. Maybe from the higher point. What? I hope it's an actual button with an Ankh and not that I need to find an Ankh. Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, my Scion is not going to do anything there. Alright. So at least when it comes to Ankh time, I'll know where to go. And I'm going to die on the Sphinx. It's okay. This should put me, yeah, right back here. Not a bad place to be. Let's save. Yeah, okay, Magnum is equipped. Oh wait, this is where I came. This is the beginning of the... Damn it. Oh, that's disappointing. Here I was thinking I was going to be somewhere cool. I really need to get in there to get that scarab, which would then allow me to go down that way. How disappointing. So now it kind of makes me wonder if that switch I pulled, I mean, I know it opened the, you know, the door where that slide is that I keep falling into the water. But there's also this door that was like, yeah, right up there. That door. It makes me wonder if that same switch triggers that same door. Like maybe you can only have one of those doors open at a given time. I kind of wish this gave answers, but there's nothing that way. I keep trying to push myself forward there, but all I do is kind of jump straight. And if I could just land on that ledge, it'd be great. I'll give it another shot, but I'm pretty sure that a minute. Let's see, it's just a straight jump. Can you choose not to jump? Can you just fall down? Because it looked like I was right over that ledge. Or will she always jump at the end? Let's see, one more attempt for shits and giggles. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. And then I'll keep investigating just in case, but I didn't see any other way in there from down here. Behind this column. Behind those. Or behind those. Alright. There's no easy way up that way. I think I climbed this earlier. It didn't give me any answers either. Nope. If I go that way, I can't do anything. So alright, I'm gonna try getting to that switch one more time and seeing if that switch actually makes a difference on that other little door that we had seen when I was making my way back to the beginning. But if that doesn't provide any answers, that's probably where I'm gonna call it. Nope, nope, not load. Yeah, now I load. Yeah, worth a shot still. Ah, son of a bitch. Alright, so that's done. Let's see if we can take a peek at that door. No, it is still closed. So that switch is not going to do me any favors there. Okay. So at least we know something's going to happen with that thing down. We will also celebrate our milestone 500th save of this game. But I am probably going to call it because I am getting too frustrated. I guess the good news is if you're enjoying this, then another Frankie Friday will be another Tomb Raider stream. Some more good news. Hey, Liz has earned 3 entries for a free Steam code. Best of luck, Liz. Good thing is we made it to level 12. There's 15 levels. Oh, she got one more free entry. Liz is trying to get another fan appreciation night at this rate. So we are certainly nearing the end of the game. My god, another one. Liz is cashing in since this is the gonna be the end of our giveaway here. So if you want a chance at one of 5 Steam games, being Cube, The Bard's Tale, which Kendra made an amazing stream of a bit back, Hacknet, Orwell, and that one mystery game that I can never remember. Go ahead and get those entries in while you can. And of course, a fan appreciation night is also in the running there. And if you haven't followed us on all the things, be it Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, or even checked out our website at rapscallionbrigade.com, go ahead and get those in there. There should be a Gleam link underneath the video. Or you could always just check it on the Facebook page as well. And that can track entries into another giveaway that we're doing for a Steam code for Wasteland 2 Director's Cut, which looks like a really cool game, especially if you're a fan of like those old, the Fallout isometric games. I've heard nothing but good things about Wasteland 2. You did the Gleam entries too. Good, covering all your bases right at the end. Last minute, like all good procrastinators do. So yep, get them in tonight. Tomorrow on Josh's stream of Darksiders. No, shit, not Darksiders. Sorry, just he still has that horse picture up. Shadow of the Colossus. We will be revealing the winners of the giveaways. And yeah, then you have Kendra on Sunday with This War of Mine. Josh again on Monday. I think hoping to either finish Shadow of Colossus tomorrow. If he's not, then he'll continue that on Monday. If not, he'll start a new game on Monday. So yeah, feel free to check them out, especially hang out tomorrow and find out who the winners are of our giveaway. So for Rapscallion Brigade, I am Frank, Cuban Sherpa. You see me in the chat. I am also Bunaka. So thank you guys again. Hope you have a wonderful night, and thank you for hanging out. See you guys.